Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everyone. Today we have a new hero. This is Tripwire, made by Geist, which comes locally in a box. So instead of giving a more direct explanation of what it's like, let's just look at the back. Let's read ourselves. Larke Plana, aka Larry, aka Tripwire, is far from home, but he plays Cobalt Commando has taken up arms in defense of the defenseless, with a great deal of ordnance, plant explosives, big traps, and prepared to sow mayhem across the battlefield. One way or another, Tripwire will pull up an end to this. It's a difficulty 2, and from the Masters of the Void expansion from Geist. So yeah, an interesting thing. We'll see how this will go. In this battle, they'll be fighting with rookie Captain Thunder, Necro Last of the Forgotten Order, Cosmic Redemption Writhe, and this battle will be against Hordak in Northspar. So let's begin. Hordak. Hordak is play, Lord Hordak side up, Entrapta Interspace Research Assistant side up, shuffle the technology deck card to make the technology deck, and then shuffle the villain deck. When Hordak is destroyed, the heroes win. When a technology card is destroyed, put it at the bottom of the technology deck. Start of the villain turn, if there are 5 or more technology cards in play, flip Hordak's villain character card, and at the end of the villain turn, Hordak deals the hero target with the highest HP, H-1 melee damage. Then if there are 3 or more technology cards in play, play the top card of the villain deck. For Entrapta, we have Entrapta maximum HP is equal to H times 5, so 20 for this. At the end of the villain turn, if there are 5 or more technology cards in play, destroy 1 hero ongoing or equipment card, otherwise play the top card of the technology deck. When Entrapta will be destroyed, flip her instead. So let's begin. So start of turn, nothing happens. We play. Sly Ambush. When Hordak is dealt 4 more damage at once, he deals each hero target 3 energy damage and destroy this card and 4 hero ongoing or equipment card. Ongoing. End of turn, highest takes 3 damage, or 3 ongoing or equipment cards. The damage will be to Captain Thunder. Then we play top card of the technology deck. We get Upgrade Chassis. Technology, increase the max HP of villain bots by 2. When this card is reduced to 0 for each play top card of the technology deck. Not bad, to be honest. Alright, so Captain Thunder. Captain Thunder is going to play Thunder Punch. 1 shot, Captain Thunder deals 1 target, 1 melee, 2 lightning, and 3 sonic damage. We're going to deal all the damage to Entrapta, so that's 6. And then they're going to use generic power, recharge. Destroy 1 of your ongoings, Captain Thunder regains 2 HP and deals 1 target 2 lightning damage. It doesn't actually require us to destroy 1 of our cards, so we still get the healing and the damage, and then we draw. Necro, they're going to play Book of the Dead. 1 shot, search your deck or trash for a ritual and put it into play, or into your hand. If you search your deck, shuffle your deck, you may draw a card. We're going to grab Hellfire, ongoing, limited ritual. Whenever an undead target is destroyed, Necro deals 1 non-hero target 3 infernal damage. Then we draw. We're going to use their power, Last Rites. The next time an undead target is destroyed, 1 hero deals a target 1 fire damage and draws a card. So we're going to put a token to remind us that. And then draw phase. Writhe, they're going to play Fight and Fate. Writhe deals 1 shot, Writhe deals 1 target to infernal damage. Search your deck and trash for the Shadow Cloak and put it into play. If you search your deck, shuffle your deck, and you may play a card. So, once again, Entrapta, we search for the Shadow Cloak now, and then we can play a card. We're going to play Lies of the Shadow, ongoing limited. Whenever a hero target would be dealt damage, you may destroy the Shadow Cloak. If you do, react damage to target of your choice. Also, for the Shadow Cloak is Shadow Cloak equipment, reduce damage dealt to Writhe by 1, increase damage dealt by Writhe by 1. The first time Writhe will be dealt damage each turn, you may discard a card. If you do, prevent that damage. We're going to use their base power, Lurking Shadow. Reveal the top card of a deck, put it on the top or bottom of its deck. If Shadow Cloak is not in play, you may draw a card. We're going to choose the technology deck because that is a deck. We can actually choose this game, so might as well take the chance of that. We're going to keep that card on top, and then the draw card, Tripwire. We're going to play the Demolitions, 1 shot explosive. You may destroy up to 2 ongoings or environment cards. You may destroy 1 of your cards. If only 1 card was destroyed this way, Tripwire deals 1 target 3 fire damage. So we're going to destroy Sly Ambush. we haven't dealt damage to Hordak at all, but might as well get rid of it while we can. And we're not destroying anything else, so we're just going to keep hitting on Trapta there. Then we're going to use tripwire's base power. Boom baby boom. Tripwire deals a target 1 fire damage, increasing the next damage to the target by 1. You may destroy one of your cards. If you do, play an explosive. Hit and trap that for 1, increase your next damage taken by 1. And because that's done, we unfortunately don't have any cards to destroy, so we just draw. Environment, we play. Velocity said no, frozen. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each hero target 1 cold damage. At the start of the environment turn, each hero must trade 1 ongoing and equipment card. So everybody deal themselves 1 damage. And Hordak, start of turn, they don't flip. We play. Hordbot, minion bot, at the end of the beaten turn, this card deals the hero with the highest HP 3 energy damage. Which they have 7 HP because of the upgrade chases. Then end of turn, highest takes 3, that's still Captain Thorn there. And Trapta makes them play the top card of the technology deck, which is motion targeting, technology. Increase damage dealt by villain bots by 1. When this card is to 0 for your HP, play the top card of the technology deck. Now because of that the Horde Prime hits for 4 instead, which that's still tripwire, or that's actually tripwire instead, I mean. And that's all. Captain Thunder, they're going to play Ionic Blast, ongoing, power, Captain Thunder deals 1 target 4 lightning damage, then Captain Thunder deals himself 2 lightning damage. They're going to hit Entrapta, leaving them at 1 HP. And they take 2 damage. Then they draw a card. Necro. Necro's going to play a zombie, undead. At the end of your turn, this card deals the non-undead hero target with the highest HP to toxic damage. When this card is played, the HP is the number of rituals in play plus 2, so the HP is 3. Power, we're going to set up another token here. Then draw. And end of turn, highest takes 2 damage, that's Necro themselves. Now Writhe. They're going to play Destroy the Perception, 1 shot, Writhe deals 1 target 1 infernal damage. You may destroy the Shadow Clock. If you do, that target deals up to 3 targets, 2 melee damage each. We're going to hit the Horde bot, then destroy the Shadow Clock, which may not look like the best, but that makes it deal up to 3 targets too, which becomes 3 damage because of the +1, so we hit the Lost in the Snow. Getting rid of that. Then we'll hit the zombie, so that lets us activate the well, actually we'll hit that last just to make it a bit easier there. We'll hit Entrapta, so she flips. When Entrapta flips to his fly, destroy a technology card. And yeah, so we'll destroy the upgrade chases. So yeah, because of the way, just for semantics, I'm going to say that the HP stays the same if it's above, just for future stuff and such. So it's still 6 HP, even though technically its most HP is 5. Since technically it had that amount, so yeah. But yeah, for now, Entrapta is defeated, and then to finish this off, we go with the zombie, which now activates the effect of both the 2 rights we had, so, and also the Hellfire, so 3 damage to Hordak. And then also we're going to let Writhe draw a card and deal 1 damage, and then make it so Tripwire also does the same. So there we go. And those 2 are gone. Then power, we're going to review the top card of Hordak's deck. We're going to move that to the bottom, so she doesn't actually flip back. And because Shadow Clock is not in play, we draw a card, draw face. Tripwire. We're going to play Booby Trap, Equipment Explosive. Place card in your play area. When a target enters this play area, destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, either increase the next damage 1 target in this play area takes by 2, or Tripwire deals that target 2 fire damage. Tripwire deals 1 target 2 fire damage. So we're then going to use the power again, deal 1 damage to Hordak, increase the next damage they take by 1. And then we're going to destroy this card. Let's activate the effect because it got destroyed. Increase the next damage Hordak take by 2, and then hit them for 2, increase to now 5. And then we can play an explosive, which we'll play Claymore. Equipment limited explosive. When tripwire would be dealt damage by a target, he may first deal the target 3 melee damage. If he does, destroy this card. The power is tripwire deals one target 3 melee damage. Then draw, and that's all. Environment, we get Alien Fungus, creature. Whenever a frozen card enters play, discard and attack a hub, each regain 3 HP. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each hero target 2 toxic damage. So AoE to 2 hero targets. Then villain, start of turn nothing, we play another Sly Ambush, which is annoying but could be worse. Highest takes 3 damage, we're going to say that's tripwire, they're not going to hit back. Entrap the Steel, place the top card of the technology deck. Duplicate Remnant, at the end of the villain turn, move 1 random block from the villain trash into play and set its HP to 5. When this creature uses 0 fewer HP, play the top card of the technology deck. So yeah. So the Horde bot is going to basically be coming back, so there's not even a point in trying to attack it. Then the Horde bot hits highest for 4 damage, that's Captain Thunder. And that's all. Alright. Captain Thunder is going to play Thunderclap. The first time Captain Thunder deals lightning damage each turn, he deals 1 target 1 sonic damage. Then he's going to use Ionic Blast, destroy the Alien Fungus, deal 1 damage to Hordak, and take 2 damage, draw a card. Necro is going to just play Tainted Blood, ongoing limited. At the end of your draw phase, Necro deals the undead target with the lowest HP to resolve toxic damage. So he's then going to grab another token for his power, draw a card, that's all. Writhe is going to play. They're going to play Concealed Assailant, ongoing, power. Writhe deals 1 target 1 melee damage. Writhe may also deal the target 1 infernal damage and 1 psychic damage. If at least 2 types of damage are dealt by Writhe this way, destroy the Shadow Cloak. So then they're going to just use that to deal a total of 3 damage to Hordak and draw a card. Tripwire, they're going to play Farewell Diplomacy, equipment limited explosive. The first time Tripwire deals damage to each other target each turn, increase the next damage dealt to that target by 1. The power is Tripwire deals all 3 targets 2 fire damage each. Then they're going to use the Claymore to hit Hordak for 3 damage, increasing the next damage they take by 1. And then just draw a card. Environment, we play Eerie Stillness. All targets are immune to cold damage. At the start of the environment turn, search the environment deck and trash for a first, second, and third weapon card and put it into play, then shuffle the deck and destroy this card. So nothing right now, and Cold Vision is useless right now. Villain, they don't flip yet. We play Brutal Conquest. Destroy each environment card in play, shuffle the environment trash into the environment deck, then remove the top 2 cards of the environment deck from the game. Hordak deals each hero target 3 energy damage. So this is gone. Shuffle, and we lost from the game the landing site and the Atheon Vibes. It is actually possible for him to get rid of one of the important weapons before that because of that. I just kinda noticed, End of turn, High is going to take 3 damage, that's Necro. Then Entrap the Seal, play Stop, because there are less than 3. Augmented Form, increase damage dealt by Hordak by 1. Technology, at the end of the villain turn, Hordak deals the hero target with the highest HP, H minus 2 melee damage. When this creature is to 0 of your HP, play the top card of the technology deck. Alright, that one is actually kinda bad to be honest, so we're probably going to actually try to deal damage to it. So highest 10 takes 4. Then we try to get a bot, it fails. And highest takes 4 again. Sorry, takes 3 because it's only H minus 3, so that's Necro. There we go. Captain Thunder is going to then play Storm Strike, ongoing. Captain Thunder deals 1 target 1 million and 2 lightning damage. Then they're going to use Empower, hit for 2 melee, get rid of that. Then 2 lightning damage, which lets them deal 1 sonic damage. and then draw a card. Right, necro, they're going to play demonic imp. Undead, at the end of your turn, destroy one hero equipment or ongoing card. When this card is destroyed, one player may play a card. When this card enters play, the HP is the number of rituals in play plus 2, so once more that's 3. Power, setting up another ritual. Draw phase, end of draw phase this takes 2. Then we destroy an ongoing or equipment card. We'll destroy Swallowed by Shadows, and that would be all. Writhe, they're going to play Lurking Shadows. You may draw a card. If the Shadow Cloak is in place, select a target. Increase damage dealt by Writhe to a target by 1 till the start of your turn. You may use a power. So we draw. Then power, we choose the target to increase. So it's going to be Hordak. And then we're going to use the Concealed Assailant to basically deal 2, 2, and 2 damage to make it 6. And then power phase, we're going to reveal top card of their deck, or we're going to leave that on top. And then with that, draw phase, that's all. Tripwire. They're going to play Breach in Charge. When this card is in play, you may destroy an ongoing or environment card. We're going to get rid of the Sly Ambush. So there we go. Then power, we're going to use Fairware Diplomacy. Hit for 2 damage, increase the next damage it takes. Hit the augmented form. And then destroy the demonic imp. That will let somebody, first of all, let Hordak hit damage for 4. And then somebody can, and then we have 2 people to use the effects. We're going to choose for both time Writhe, because they have +1 still, so that's 4 damage total dealt to Hordak, thanks to the card earlier. And then somebody can still play a card, so we're choosing we're going to choose Writhe still, because that actually works perfect for us, as they're going to place Siamachi, 1-shot. One target deals self 1 psychic and 1 melee damage. If that target is in play, you may play an ongoing or equipment card. Search your deck or trash for the Shadow Cloak and put it into play. Shuffle your deck. So that's going to be Hordak, which they have +1, so that's 2 and 2. We may play an ongoing or equipment card. We're going to just play the Portable Dark Lab equipment with the power. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Put 1 into your hand, 1 into your trash, and 1 at the bottom of your deck. Then you may play a bottom card of your deck. If you do, destroy this card. And then, because the target is in play, or just in general, we get the Shadow Cloak. So once more we have the art, damage increase, and prevention, which is kinda nice based on the current HP we have. Then with all of that done, we draw a card, that's all. Environment, we get Demolish Camp, Threat Waypoint. When this card enters play, play a top card of the environment deck and destroy this card. If land inside would enter play, instead removed from the game. Increase damage dealt to Takahab by 1. If the Takahab is destroyed, removed from the game. So nothing right now. And speaking of the guy, Takahab, Mercenary. Whenever this card has no cards beneath it, place a card of each hero deck beneath this one. At the end of the environment turn, discard a card from beneath this one. Takahab deals the target from that deck with the highest HP, X reusable sonic damage, where X the number of weapons in play, +2. So everybody gets a card here. And to finish off, we now choose somebody to take 2 irreducible. We're going to say Writhe, who then is just going to discard a card to just prevent it. So there we go. Villain, start of turn, they don't flip. That'll be play. Horde Soldiers, minion. At the end of the event turn, this card deals the damage to the hero with the highest HP, X energy damage, whereas heroes discard current HP, which right now is 4. So, yeah. Then end of turn, they deal highest 4 damage, that would be Captain Thunder. Entrap that tries to play a card, but they don't because there's 3 cards, technology cards in play. The Horde bot heals highest for 4. We're going to say that's Writhe, which is going to discard a card to prevent it. The duplicate remains tries to get a robot, there aren't any. Horde that hits highest for 3, that's going to be Necro this time. And then the Horde choice will hit a tripwire for 4. They're going to first use the Claymore to hit back for 3. which then reduces damage to 1, so they only take 1 damage. Their HP to 1, so they only take 1 damage. There we go. Captain Thunder. They're going to play Shocking Rebuke. When this card is played, Captain Thunder deals each non-hero target 1 lightning damage. React all damage dealt to non-hero targets to Captain Thunder. At the start of your turn, destroy this card. So that gets rid of the Horde soldiers. That's what lightning damage dealt, so that's 1 to Hordak, and the actual damage from the AoE. And then all damage dealt this way. Then we're actually going to use their base power to get rid of this. Heal for 2, and then deal 2 more damage. Surprisingly, I used more than the basics of that card. Who would have guessed? Alright, Necro, they're going to play the Book of the Dead, and we're going to get Blood Writhe, ongoing limited ritual. Whenever undead target is destroyed, all non-undead hero targets regain 2 HP. Then we draw a card, draw phase, as we use the power once more. That's all. Writhe, they're going to play Grasp. Oh wait, also forgot, sorry. Hordak should have played an extra card, sorry. More damage, that should have been 4 to highest, which that was right, so that would have been 3 damage. There we go. I apologize there. Sorry about that mistake on my end. But yeah, anyways. We're going to use Grasping Shadow Claws now. Equipment, when this card is played, move 1 card from a trash to the bottom of its deck. You may destroy the Shadow Claw. If you do, cards cannot be played from the deck. At the start of your turn, shuffle this card and your trash into your deck. So we're going to move this minion into the bottom, then destroy the Shadow Cloak, so Hordak cannot play cards. Then power, we're going to check off environment. Do this card, we'll put that at bottom, and then draw a card because we don't have the Shadow Cloak. Draw phase. Alright, tripwire is going to play Claymore, and then power is going to be the Farewell Diplomacy to... Actually no, it's going to just use Claymore to deal 3 damage to Hordak, then draw phase. Northspar, they play, Lost in the Snow, each hero is going to deal itself 1 damage again, and also somebody takes 2 damage, we're going to say necro this time. Villain, start of turn nothing, they try to play, it fails, end of turn, highest takes 4 damage, we're going to say that's tripwire. We're first going to hit back for 4, and that gets rid of the thing, keeps the +1 because first time they damage them. This to take the 4 though. Then end of turn, this doesn't play a card, highest takes 4, that's Captain Thunder. Tries to play a card, it fails, highest takes 3, that's Writhe. And then highest takes 4, that's one of the 4s, we're going to say that's Captain Thunder because they can heal. Alright, sorry, 3 damage because of the -1 HP. Alright, Captain Thunder. Captain Thunder is going to play Lightning Force, ongoing limited, reduce damage dealt to Captain Thunder by 1. And then power, they're going to use Ionic Blast, deal 4, increase to 5 lightning damage, and then from that use the Thunderclap deals to 1 damage, and we win. So yeah, that's the fight. It was an interesting way to see how Tripwire went, but we still haven't seen everything. There's still a lot of cards to see in this deck, so let's see them right now. Inordinate Ordinance. 1 shot. Draw 3 cards, discard 1 card. You may destroy one of your cards. If you do, you may play a card. Supplies Party. Each player may draw 2 cards or play an ongoing or equipment card. For each other player who does, either destroy one of your cards or Tripwire deals himself 2 fire damage. 1 shot. Cobalt Commando. Ongoing limited. At the end of your turn, you may play an equipment card or draw a card. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, or power, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, put a reveal explosive into your hand, replace the other reveal cards in any order. Satchel Charge. Equipment, limited, explosive. When this card enters play, increase damage dealt by Tripwire by 1 until the end of this turn. You may play a card or use a power. When this card is destroyed, Tripwire deals 3 targets and himself 2 fire damage each. Power is destroy any number of your other explosive and discard. Ready Response. Ongoing. Play this card next to a hero. The first time each turn a non-hero target would deal damage to this hero, you may destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, increase the next damage dealt by this hero by 2, and they may use a power. Explosive personality, ongoing limited. The first time tripwire deals 3 or more damage each turn, you may use a power. If tripwire is reduced to 0 or 0 HP, he first deals another target 5 irreducible fire damage. Grenade Serenade, one-shot explosive. Tripwire deals 1 target 2 fire damage and 1 projectile damage, and himself 1 fire damage and 0 projectile damage. If a target was destroyed this way, you may repeat the text on this card. Mind Games, equipment explosive. At the end of your turn, tripwire deals 1 target 1 psychic damage. When a villain card would be played, you may discard it instead, put the top card of the villain deck into play, and destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, tripwire deals 1 target and himself 2 fire damage each. Nirvana, ongoing. The first time each turn you play an explosive each turn, you may draw a card. The first time each turn you destroy a card each turn, tripwire regains 1 HP. A custom EOD suit, equipment limited. Whenever tripwire would be dealt 5 or more damage, reduce the damage by 2. When tripwire is reduced to 0 or 0 HP, restore him to 8 HP and destroy this card. And that would be all. Tripwire is actually a really interesting deck that does still good amount damage and have a small ways to actually be a support, but in the end it's still an explosive guy and it will be a damage dealer no matter what, even if it's by helping other people deal big explosions. So yeah, I'll say it's still a fun way. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. You can search for Tripwire in Sentinels in Artifact Comics. You can find Writhe Comic Redemption in Sentinels in Walkie's Workbench, and Hordak in Sentinels of Etheria. Sentinels of the Multiverse owned by Greater Than Games, so please support the official there is no matter what. Goodbye.